Today on Public Property, we'll be finding out if Marvin has to auction himself to the highest bidder for charity. Seeing if Carla kept her head while putting the finishing touches to the fashion show. And top model Sophie Anderton teaches Rebecca some tricks of the trade.
And then before you go on, I mean, generally speaking, they give you a glass of champagne. Don't drink the champagne, it makes it even worse, and you just wobble all the way down the catwalk, as I learned.
Public Property, the show where 7 ordinary people put their lives in your hands. It's up to you to decide what their futures hold. All you have to do is pick up the phone and vote on what you think they should do next. So let's remind ourselves of who this brave bunch are. Marvin Baker, 25, from Manchester. Back living with his mum after his £1 million business went bust. Once upon a time, he drove a brand new Porsche. Now it's a second-hand Vauxhall Cavalier. But Marvin is determined there will be a happy ending, and his 3-year-old daughter Millie will have the start in life he never had. In business, his hero is Richard Branson. In his personal life, he's a bit of a ladies' man, but admits he's still looking for that Titanic love. What a romantic. Rebecca and Carla Smith from Leicester. At 21, Rebecca is 7 years younger than sister Carla, but the girls are very close. They still live at home with mum, work in the same health club and go out on the town together. Carla is on the kidney transplant waiting list, but says it doesn't rule her life. Her dream is to run her own business one day and to find Mr. Right. Rebecca is studying for a media course at university, but has a sneaking desire to be a model. She's been seeing boyfriend Nathan for 3 years. Is he Mr. Right? Mark Hall, 31, from Surrey. Mr. Been there, done that, what do I do now? He's lived abroad, done umpteen college courses and jumped from job to job. The one constant in his life is rowing, competing and coaching. It's a family tradition. His dad was an international rower but tragically died when Mark was 15. Now he wants a break from the past and fancies getting into the music business. With 2 failed marriages behind him, he's keeping his head down on the romantic front. Marcia Oliver, 58, from South London. Divorced her husband 4 years ago after 30 years of marriage. Says she wants to be alone. She trod the boards as a youngster, a former St Trinian's belle, and her ambition is to open her own drama school for more mature people. Her ideal man is Peter Stringfellow. How mature is that? Our final pair, Paul Warman, 38, and Katie Jackson, 29, from Brighton. They've been together for 3 years and live in a rented cottage with Katie's 5-year-old son, Oliver. Their lives are full of music and drama and unpaid bills. Should they get themselves proper jobs and join the 9-to-5ers, or get more serious about the business they call show? Well, that's our Magnificent 7 ready to follow your orders and desperate to impress you, because at the end of the series you will choose one individual or couple to win the Public Property Freedom Prize. Now, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to change their lives forever. Depending on what their dream is, we'll hand them some cash, open a few doors and give them the kind of help that money can't buy. So the competition is hotting up. Let's meet the first 2 contenders of the week, Rebecca and Carla from Leicester. Now, when we first spoke to you 2 about your Freedom Prize, you were both interested in running your own business. And Carla, you wanted to go around the world on a Harley Davidson with your husband. We're working on that one. That one's not quite so easy. But after 3 weeks, are you still on that track or any other thoughts?
You go first.
You go first.
Slightly changing. Our ideal areas that we want to go into are still there, but there's more opportunities of where we think we might want to go now. And it's getting more confusing.
You've been cagey with me, Rebecca. What do you fancy?
Well, when I interviewed the model, which was on the video clip, Sophie Anderton, it felt so comfortable that I thought, and because I've always wanted to go into the media anyway, I thought that is the part of the media I've always wanted to go into now. When I just sat there, I mean, she made it really easy for me. But
look at that, I'm under pressure from a younger girl already. I knew this was going to happen. What about you, Carla?
I still want to go around the world on a Harley, but that's can be done at any time. Basically, I need to get myself sorted with a career first. Doing the fashion show, that was absolutely brilliant. I just loved organising that, so I still want to go into major events organising.
Yes, because you are absolutely captain organiser, but we'll talk about that just a little bit more later. First of all, we want to find out what happened to Marvin on Friday. There were 3 options, as usual, for Marvin on Friday. They were that he should auction himself at the Valentine's Ball, which he's promoting as part of his job at the health club, or he should find a celebrity to attend the Valentine's Ball, or that he should set up and take part in a sponsored triathlon in aid of the Ball's charity. Now, what did you decide? You decided that Marvin should sell himself off in aid of charity. Here's what he thought of that.
I just hope it doesn't all go horribly wrong.
Ooh, I wonder what he means. How much would you bid for Marvin then? A day with Marvin?
And give him a £5 to stay at home.
Boom, boom.
I didn't mean that, Marvin.
How do you think old Marvin's doing?
He's finding his feet now. He's getting used to it, I think. He is a lovely chap when we met him. He's really nice. He's just...
Yeah.
He's just a man.
Yeah.
He's just a man. Well spotted. You should go in the diplomatic corps. You're doing extremely well. OK, that's Marvin's big decision. Before we find out about your big decision, let's just take a moment to remind ourselves about you two and what you've been doing on public property so far. Rebecca, 21, and Carla, 29, live at home in Leicester with Mum Mary. They became public property to try to find some new direction in their lives.
I was interested in doing public property from the start because I don't know where I'm going with my life. I don't know what decisions I've made, and the ones I have made, I'm not sure they were the best.
The girls don't just live together, they work together at a local health club in recruitment and sales.
My job at the moment is the sales administrator for Living Well, and if I stay with the company then I do hope to get pretty high up. But I've not got the confidence to sell myself, so I always end up doing more than what my job description is, but not ever getting the pay for it.
As well as working, Rebecca is also studying for a degree in Media and Performing Arts at Leicester University. She went back to college after a spell as a professional podium dancer. She's also been a finalist in Miss Leicester, and when she became public property, you decided she should do some modelling.
She's got everything apart from the height. That's where the drawback is. But confidence-wise, looks-wise, the camera loves her. Brilliant. OK, and again. Fantastic. That's it.
Since they became your public property, the girls have been put through their paces on an army boot camp and were asked to set up a fashion show to see what they could learn about working with each other.
Rebecca does tend to boss a little bit. However, the council on the show last Monday said that I actually was the boss. I was the bossy one. But I tend to be a bit submissive towards Beck.
We'll sort it out. We'll do the rehearsal, so I know.
Oh, wait, let me just run this through so they know what they're doing, then we'll do it to the first song. OK?
She seems to stress and sort of just go off on one, and I'm just calm, but that's because I've got a lot of patience with events and I'd rather just have the calm. She seems to have a lot more energy than what I've got. For some strange reason, might because she's 21 and I'm nearly 30.
Carla is envious of myself, not really for what I've got or for what I'm doing, but because of my age, because I think she wishes she was 21 so she could be doing the things that I'm doing. Because I think because she's 28, she thinks that she can't be doing the things that I do, which is why she's so envious. When we're happy, we bounce off each other really, really well, but it's the same when we get stressed. We clash.
Then the dance is the second part of the casual.
You're making it too complicated.
Well, then is everybody on? It's not complicated.
I think people have sort of got the idea that me and Beck are so close we couldn't be parted. We would miss each other a lot if we weren't around. But at the end of the day, this programme's... It's made me think a little bit, this programme. I'm at the stage, I've had a chat with people, my friend, and it has made me reassess my life a little bit, just reevaluate things. And I think that I have been sort of, not dependent on Beck, but dependent just knowing that I'm at home and it's been comfortable.
The girls' interdependency has been tested by public property. Carla was left to set up the fashion show alone when Becca went to see a modelling agency in London. Dad Dave was also concerned about her London trip.
I wish I were going with her to look after her. I've always looked after her, and I ain't happy being in a big city on her own. But she's promised she'd phone me every 10 minutes, so I know she's okay. So if she ain't phoned me within the hour, I'll be down there myself.
I think Rebecca is probably a bit more streetwise than Carla in a lot of ways. As far as Carla's concerned, everybody's a friend.
Carla gives everything her best shot. She's a qualified fitness instructor despite having a kidney problem which requires weekly dialysis.
I go to the hospital 3 times a week for kidney dialysis. So basically, that means that the dialysis is sort of cleaning of the blood, so that because my kidneys don't work, and I'm on the transplant list. So basically, once the kidney becomes available, I have that transplant. That should take about, you're only in the hospital for about 10 days, but then it's sort of 6 months to get back to the state that you were. So that's going to be a major hold on my life for 6 or 7 months when that comes along. I think that's why I live day to day, because I want to get everything done in case there's major problems in later years.
Carla's active, uninhibited life includes a passion for motorbikes. Her ambition is to travel the world on a Harley with a man on her pillion. Problem is, there's no man on the scene.
If I have a bloke, it never lasts less than 6 months because I'm too scared to fall out, because I like to see what can happen. You know, things might grow on you.
Rebecca's boyfriend Nathan is her rock. She depends on him for support. They've been together for 3.5 years.
I think she'd be very good at something like that, to be honest. Because she's a very good looking girl anyway, so she might as well use it to the best of her capabilities.
With me being so ambitious and me doing so many different things, Nathan's really good for me because he's there, and when I come back to him, I know he's always going to be there for me at the moment, and it's nice for him to be able to say, oh, I bet you're getting a big head on your shoulder, calm down, bet you really don't want to be doing that. And that's nice because I know he's honest, he knows exactly how I am. I'm hoping not to change at all if you know, something big really happens, if I do go to London every weekend, and hopefully he'll be the one to tell me that says, you know, put your feet back on, you know, settle down, calm down, take a break. So he's really nice. It is for comfort, and I know the stability's there, even though my other life is up and flying about, hopefully.
Well, I'll be checking if both the girls have still got their feet on in just a minute. After the break, we find out what the options are for their next big decision. We'll see how the fashion show measured up, and we join Rebecca in London, getting some tips from model Sophie Anderton. So join us all in a couple of minutes. Welcome back to Public Property, the show where you decide where our 7 participants are going next in their lives. Now, Rebecca and Carla here spent some time apart last week. Rebecca went to London to try to become a model, while Carla was left to organise the fashion show. Let's see how they both got on. For the past 2 weeks, the girls have been pushed to the max organising their fashion show.
Would you be able to just show the others a few moves? Because obviously you've got it.
Yeah, you've got the style.
But just as preparations reached their climax, the public voted for Becca to pursue her modelling career, leaving a frantic Carla in the lurch, with the show just days away.
I'm a little bit lost at the moment now because she's left me with all her bits and I'm not too sure where she's got with hers, so I'm having to go through everything again. So I'm slightly changing some of the things and just doing them my way.
That's it, cool.
Becca's in London at top model agency Select, home to models such as Caprice and Helena Christensen, to suss out if she's got the face to make her fortune.
We're going to take these Polaroids now and I'm going to show them to the rest of the new faces table and then see what they feel about it and if we're going to take you on as a model that's selected. Okay.
Whilst Becca nervously awaits the agency's verdict, Carla's dealing with yet more stress back in Leicester.
I've got a bit more pressure than I had originally, because if I'd been able to sort it out all on my own from day one, I'd know where I am.
And back in London, there's bad news for Becca.
Okay, I've shown all the bookers on the table and what we've decided is we don't feel we can take you on straight away at the moment, but what we're going to do is show these Polaroids to some of our clients that will be coming into the office and we'll gauge a response from them, and if we get a good response then we will take you on.
That was quite good really. It was exciting. And even though I think I did feel a bit silly while I was there, I just felt like I was out of place. But I just had a phone call from Premier and they wanted to see me tomorrow to set up a meeting with somebody. I've got no idea what it's about, so that's quite exciting. So I don't think I'm going to be able to sleep tonight, but here's going. What are we doing?
We've got Sophie Anderton, who's one of our models. She's going to have a chat with you about getting into the business. We've also got another model, Olga, who's a big catwalk girl, who'll show you about walking and stuff like that.
All right.
Supermodel Sophie Anderton thinks Becca's got a tough time ahead if she's serious about modelling.
There's a lot of girls out there who are very beautiful, but they can't model because then just in front of the camera they just freeze up and look like they got the plank up the bottoms.
Your legs is moving not like when you're walking in the street, but from high, so it starts from here.
The money's great, the travel's great.
So it just goes.
But the reality is it's a cutthroat industry. There are a lot of pimps out there. This one I probably think is the best. I mean, that you've got a great figure. That's probably the best I would say for, you know, figure. But facially, I would just pick a snapshot because none of these do you any justice.
So what advice can Sophie give Becca just 2 days before she's due to model on the catwalk of her very own fashion show?
I mean, generally speaking, they give you a glass of champagne. Don't drink the champagne, it makes it even worse, and you just wobble all the way down the catwalk, as I learned the hard way when I was much younger.
Had a really good few days. Everybody's been so nice. Met Sophie Anderton, she's a really, really nice girl. Everybody said good. I don't really think I'm cut out to be a model. Basically, I'm not tall enough. But I've had a really good time. But I've got to go now because I left Cara with the fashion show, and it's in a couple of days, so I'm going to go and see how she's going on.
With Becca back at home, the girls are relying on all the family for help with the fashion show. Even the granny Kath has been roped in to model.
Of course, it's the night, isn't it? Oh yeah, that's now.
Yeah, go to show for us. Leave the best to
And
last.
any whistles they give me, I'll give them a good wink.
It's the day of the show, and Becca's beginning to regret her trip to London.
I haven't got a clue what the dance routine is. I was just trying to pick it up as I went along. Hopefully though, the choreographer is going to be there at 3 o'clock, so 2 hours before it starts, she should be able to run me through it quickly.
The whole family are involved. Dad's fixing the set, Becca's boyfriend Nathan and brother Lee are signed up as models.
Everything's coming together now, so any minute now we should be all ready to start.
We've got about another 20 minutes before we kick off, and then we've got 2 hours of pure hell, I think.
And there's an added pressure for the girls.
We just found out this afternoon that the lady from Select Model Agency London is actually coming down to watch the fashion show. It's a real buzz. It's someone so influential in the model world that's going to come in and check out our models. You may even see me on the cover of Vogue next week, and I'm not promising, but you never know.
Meanwhile, choreographer Sarah reckons Becca won't learn her routines in time.
Okay, we've tried to rehearse 3 times, and every time we try, something comes up and they go. It's starting to annoy me now.
With seconds to go before showtime, it's all getting too much for Carla.
Right, you need to let me know then about what Nathan's wearing, because you've not told me that yet. Welcome to the Public Property Fashion Show. Rebecca and I have strived and stressed for the last 9 days to put this on.
Becca got the routine right, but has she got the look to impress the select talent scout who's come to watch the show?
Pretty much you can find, you know what you're looking for, basically. It's not something that you can say that I could tell you and you'll be able to look for yourself. It's something you learn through training.
I was 18 years old and was put her time in to model the show for the larger level.
Well, after seeing all these lovely
Rebecca's boyfriend Nathan has got it all under control.
The bat's gone down and I'm feeling all right now. The nerves are gone now, so it should be okay.
I'm really enjoying it. It's a shame I didn't have more time to rehearse the dance, but it was good down there. This bit is more relaxed because I'm not worried about this bit at all.
So is it heaven or pure hell for Brother Lee after all?
Well, I got over the first one, we'll see how we get on with the second one.
It's nearly over, and we finished this task, and hopefully it can't get much harder than this.
After 2 nail-biting weeks, the girls are celebrating an unqualified success. And to top it all, Abigail from Select gives them the seal of approval.
They look like they're all having good fun. Some good clothes there. And some of the girls are actually quite nice, yeah. So it's been great.
Well, I've no idea why everybody was crying, but you did say you enjoyed it. Did you enjoy doing it? Because it was quite a challenge.
Absolutely fabulous. I had a really great time.
Yeah. You felt so good, you know, once it all pulled off, even though little things went wrong, but everybody enjoyed themselves and we felt so great afterwards. It was really good.
I mean, to a certain extent, you were left holding the baby a bit there, Carla, because Rebecca had to go off to London.
Yeah.
But you really seemed to kind of grow in confidence. I mean, you were just, you know, in control.
It's just, I think I've got more confidence when I'm on my own. But just the whole event from start to finish, and right at the end, everybody was so nervous with all the models. I was calm with everything, and I'd live in the whole way. Yeah, not nervous.
You said that. Were our council impressed? Were you impressed, council, with the way they dealt with it, Sam?
Very much so. They work lovely together, don't they? Maybe it's... Don't you think? They're really close, and I think they did really, really well.
There's a little bit of needle there, though. Rebecca, as far as the modelling is concerned, were you disappointed?
No, not really. I had a fabulous time. Obviously, I would love to work in that kind of industry, but I realistically know that I've not got the height for a start, and there's nothing you can do about that apart from...
There are other kinds of modelling.
She doesn't do page 3.
No? No page 3?
Really no way.
Would you not do it?
She tried that, they said no as well.
I didn't. No, I did not. No, I wouldn't.
Well, listen, we're going to let you kind of cool off this week, and we're going to concentrate on Carla, because you had a hectic week last week. Carla, you very much kind of held the fort while Rebecca was swanning off to London like that. And we think you did an amazing job, so we really want to kind of build on your confidence now. So we were thinking, given that you are a qualified fitness instructor, and you do want to have your own business, that we should play to your strengths. Now, what about working as a personal fitness instructor? Now, there's a little thought that you're obviously very excited about. So just to see if that would be a good avenue for you, we're going to try and get you up to speed by getting a celebrity fitness expert to put you through your paces and see if you've got what it takes on that. So we've got 3 options for you of choices of celebrity fitness experts that you would like to work with. So here are the 3 possibles. Number 1, Joanna Hall. Now, she's this morning's fitness instructor. She's very fit. I've seen her bouncing about. The second one, Nikki Waterman, who is fitness trainer to All Saints and Robbie Williams. Could wangle a little introduction there, Carla. She's suddenly interested. And number 3, Jenny Rivet, who is Princess Diana's former personal trainer. So there you go. What do you think?
I think meeting Robbie Williams would be good. I could train next time.
This girl has only got one thing on her mind. Remember, it is entirely up to you to choose which one of these that Carla should work out with, and the one that she fancies is the one that might get her an introduction to a man. But there you go. Make of that what you will. Call the number that you think would best suit Carla. Now, tomorrow we're going to be finding out which celebrity fitness trainer will be working out with her, and we'll discover whether Mark has got his workmates in shape for the rowing race. Remember, they're all your property, so take very good care of them. Bye for now.